Guess what I got asked? Yep, the classic "what's the difference between two words?" I will explain them, and you've got it covered today. Let's start with a quiz about the meaning of sympathy. Option 1, feeling sorry for someone. Option 2, understanding someone's feelings. Option 3, sharing someone's feelings. The correct answer is option 1. Sympathy is feeling sorry for someone's situation. It's not necessarily understanding or sharing their feelings. Now, let's move on to empathy. Option 1, feeling sorry for someone. Option 2, understanding someone's feelings. Option 3, sharing someone's feelings. The correct answer is option 2. Empathy is understanding someone's feelings and perspective. It's not just feeling sorry for them. Now, let's test your knowledge on the key difference between the two words. Option 1. Sympathy is feeling sorry for someone, while empathy is understanding their feelings. Option 2. Sympathy is understanding someone's feelings, while empathy is feeling sorry for them. Option 3. Sympathy and empathy are the same thing. The correct answer is option 1. The key difference is that sympathy is feeling sorry for someone, while empathy is understanding their feelings. So, why are these words confusing for English learners? Well, the two words are similar in meaning, but they have distinct differences. It's easy to mix them up, but with practice, you can master them. To elaborate on the differences, sympathy is about feeling sorry for someone's situation. Empathy is about understanding someone's feelings and perspective. It's important to differentiate between the two to communicate effectively. Let's understand the difference between sympathy and empathy through a story. Once upon a time, there was a man who lost his job. His friend felt sorry for him and offered him sympathy. But his wife listened to him and understood his feelings, showing empathy. To remember the difference, think of pathy as feeling. Empathy is feeling with someone, while sympathy is feeling for someone. With this memory aid, you'll never mix them up again. Now, for some fun facts about the difference between sympathy and empathy. Number 1. Did you know that empathy is more beneficial for personal growth than sympathy? Number 2. Sympathy can sometimes come off as insincere, while empathy is more genuine. Number 3. Empathy is often associated with emotional intelligence, while sympathy is not. Let's move on to some fun facts about sympathy. Number 1. Did you know that the word sympathy comes from Greek sympathia, meaning fellow feeling? Number 2. Sympathy cards were first introduced in the US in the 1920s. Number 3. Sympathy is often expressed through gestures like hugs and condolences. And now, some fun facts about empathy. Number 1. Did you know that empathy is a learned skill that can be developed over time? Number 2. Empathy can be expressed through active listening and nonverbal cues. Number 3. Empathy is often associated with compassion and kindness. Let's look at some sentences using the word sympathy in different contexts. Number 1. I expressed my sympathy for her loss. Number 2. His sympathy towards the cause was appreciated. Number 3. The sympathy card was heartfelt and sincere. Number 4. She showed sympathy towards her friend's situation. Number 5. The sympathy flowers were a thoughtful gesture. Now, let's look at some sentences using the word empathy in different contexts. Number 1, she showed empathy towards his struggles. Number 2, his empathy towards the situation was commendable. Number 3, the therapist's empathy helped the patient feel understood. Number 4, empathy is a key skill in effective communication. Number 5, the teacher's empathy towards the student's situation was appreciated. Let's understand sympathy through a story. Once upon a time, a friend lost her pet. I expressed my sympathy for her loss and offered support. She appreciated my gesture and felt comforted. Now, let's understand empathy through a story. Once upon a time, a friend was going through a tough time. I listened to her and tried to understand her perspective, showing empathy. She felt heard and supported. Finally, let's introduce some similar and opposite expressions to sympathy. Similar: compassion, pity, condolence. Opposite: apathy, indifference, callousness. And now, some similar and opposite expressions to empathy. Similar: understanding, compassion, sensitivity. Opposite: insensitivity, indifference, apathy. Let's test your understanding with some quizzes. Question 1. What is sympathy? Option 1. Feeling sorry for someone. Option 2. Understanding someone's feelings. Option 3. Sharing someone's feelings. Answer: Option 1. Question 2. What is empathy? Option 1. Feeling sorry for someone. Option 2. Understanding someone's feelings. Option 3. Sharing someone's feelings. Answer: Option 2. Question 3. What is the key difference between sympathy and empathy? Option 1. Sympathy is feeling sorry for someone, while empathy is understanding their feelings. Option 2. Sympathy is understanding someone's feelings, while empathy is feeling sorry for them. Option 3. Sympathy and empathy are the same thing. Answer: Option 1. Congratulations! You now know the difference between sympathy and empathy.